Well, my name is Connie Reimers-Hild. I'm the unit leader and extension educator at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension Kimmel Education and Research Center here in Nebraska City, Nebraska, and we're at the annual Applejack Festival. And today we have Greg Peterson here. He just performed 3 of his hit viral videos that have just gone bonkers on the web, and with his brothers, the Peterson brothers, as many of you may know. And one of the things we want to talk to you a little bit about, Greg, is just, how do you make those videos go viral? What can you share with those of us in education to give us some tips and pointers on getting that information out there?
One of the biggest things for us when we're making our videos is we try to be really honest and really real with what we're filming and the lyrics we're writing. We don't, we just try to tell our stories up front and just as personal as possible, and we just hope that people will identify with that. But we also like to help it out a little bit with some things that the audience can relate to, like humor and some cute animals thrown in there, and some witty lyrics that make people laugh. And the more entertaining that it can be, the more people can kind of focus in on the actual message that we're trying to get to them. And so for us, it's mainly trying to be entertaining and funny, but also educational and trying to get a message across.
Okay, so in education, we aren't always entertaining and funny. I will say, I think we could use a little improvement on that. What do you do to help get those videos out to other people? Is it you? Do you have a big marketing plan around this, or is it something that's pretty organic?
Well, it started very organically. It was like, there's only our few select friends and our parents who knew that we were even filming the first one. But then once we'd gone viral and we'd set up a Facebook page, I think we had like 20,000 fans for our next video. And then, we'd also, the more we go around and travel, the bigger kind of, you could call it a community, you could call it following, whatever. The bigger that gets, the faster our videos go out. So, Farming and I Grow It took maybe 4 or 5 days to hit 1 million. I think Farmer Style hit 1 million the first 24 hours. Like, it was just like, really quick. And that comes from a following. And now our Facebook page is up to 65,000, and it's growing by about 150 people every day, which is the biggest growth we've experienced on our Facebook page this whole time. And so the biggest thing is, keep the conversation going. We try to post all the time on our Facebook page and definitely keep people engaged. And it's amazing how people want to hear what we have to say, and we appreciate that.
Well, that's awesome that you've developed this following and are really reaching a lot of different audiences. It sounds like not just in the United States, but around the world, which is really cool. And obviously having fun is a part of this. I know you've also talked about the importance of creativity, and that's something I like to teach is creativity and talk about. So you as a person, what do you do to kind of strengthen your creative juices?
Well, to be honest with you, it's kind of funny because most of the time, actually all the time, every single one of our parodies has been written, like I've written the lyrics after midnight. And so I don't know what kind of advice that is, but I'm most creative when it's after midnight, when I can't sleep or something. And so as a college student, it was much easier to write these than now it is, working full time on the farm, because I can't really stay up past midnight as easy now. But creativity is, it's something that is, I don't know, I've always had a creative mind. My mind is always thinking of something. It's a very active mind. So I think that's important is, I would encourage people who want to be creative, don't just sit around at home watching TV or, not using your brain. You want to keep your brain kind of work it out, I guess, to where it's, I don't know. I have no idea how to give someone advice on creativity. It just kind of happens. I don't know.
Hey, that's great. I think you did a great job with that. It sounds like when you're most creative and things you do. So the other thing I teach around is leadership. And obviously you are a very strong leader in agriculture and in other ways, but also teamwork. So working with the family and your brothers in particular, how do you build that sense of teamwork and continue to grow that?
Well, it's not always the easiest to work with my brothers, I could tell you that. Even just, we're working on our 4th parody, and I really had to had to push them. This fourth parity. I mean, working in a team is hard because you have one person who's maybe more motivated than another person due to different, whatever. My brothers are great. They definitely enjoy doing it. I think they enjoy being difficult with me because they think it's funny to see my reactions probably. But it's been great to have my brothers as part of my brothers and I as like a team to deal with all this. I mean, if I had to experience this whole thing all by myself, that would definitely be way harder. And so it's great to be able to kind of fall back on each other and talk through stuff with one another. And our parents are part of that team as well as our sister. And our parents definitely do a great job of keeping us grounded with all the craziness. But teamwork is definitely important with to being a leader and being able to lead other people. I think that's really important, and that's what my brothers and I, we feel like we're looked up to a lot of younger people. I speak to a lot of high schoolers and younger people like that, and so we definitely understand that, and part of being a leader is setting a good example. And so just in the way we live our lives and we handle all this, I think is important to our leadership role.
Thank you very much, Greg. Really appreciate your time and all those insights on a lot of different things from education to creativity and leadership. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day here.